Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sanjana. In today's video, I'll be doing a flip through and review of Money Manager by the June shop. This was actually gifted to me by my sister, and I thought it would be a good idea to share it with you guys and give my thoughts on it in case you want to get it. Then you can make that choice. Alright, let's get into the planner. This I feel is basically like a financial planner or a budget planner of sorts. In the first page we have this intro details, and then they have a really nice page on a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. These are very basic things when it comes to finances, like keeping track of your spending, separating your wants from needs, saving regularly, canceling unnecessary subscriptions, set specific saving goals, have an emergency fund, invest your savings to build wealth. So I think it's a really good idea. Most of it is quite basic, and we don't really need a lot of skills in order to get started with these things. So I really love these ideas on here. I feel, I really like that they have given this keep track of your spending as the first one, because in my experience, I feel that is what would change a lot of things when it comes to your finances. Okay, then you have your goal setting page related to your finances itself. You have your action steps and milestones. I think I would like to keep everything as milestones because I'm not really sure what action step is apart from just saving your money. Probably it would be like if one of your goal is to increase your income, so for that you might have certain action steps like create your resume, start applying for jobs and get a job. So those can be your action steps, and your milestones can be like, okay, you've made this much amount of money by Q1, Q2, like that. I think it does make sense actually that we have action steps here. And it also says this year you want to. This is nice as well, so that you can keep one focus for the entire year, and then all of the goals that you're gonna set is revolved around that focus or a main goal, and these would be sub goals, so that if you achieve this goal, you're a step closer to your yearly goal. So this is great as well. Then you have a savings tracker. Absolutely love the piggy bank one. It's just so cute and nice. And here it says your monthly goal and your yearly goal. So they have given this dates section. I love that it isn't, they haven't given January, February, because we might start this planner any time of the year. So it's nice to put a date, or you can put a certain amount and divide it into how many ever columns or rows you have here, and then the moment you you reach that goal amount, you can write the date that you reached. I really like this. And this one, it says investment tracker, basically tracking your investment. This is your savings and this one's your investment. Then you have your investment goals. This is a little bit tricky subject for me. I'm gonna be honest, I am not into like the current trend of investing in a lot of other stocks and crypto and all of that. I'm not fully aware of all of those things, so I'm a little bit away from that. But if you are into those kind of things, you can keep a track of that on there. And then you have a couple of ruled pages, and I believe then we get into the monthly pages. Yep, so we have a monthly budget. Here it says income, then investment and notes, and you have expense tracker. This I feel could have been in a much better layout, because what I see is that we do have a spot to plan out our income and investments, but this one I see it more like a tracker and not exactly a planner for expenses. Also, they have given that this is for fixed expenses, but still there is a different like column, that budgeted amount and actual amount. I don't think that'll be a huge deal. Like you can ignore that column. And one more thing that I do see missing here is the category. I wish we had category and then description and then these columns, because I personally like, when I make my budget, I do it on a Google sheet, and I like to categorize, let's say, anything as like my life necessities. things like home payment, then insurance, your phone plan, your groceries, all of these things are your life necessities. So I like to categorize that, and whenever I feel like I'm overspending in any of those, then I just remind myself these are needed for my life, and I shouldn't be compromising, especially on things like eating healthy food. But there are other things that are for my entertainment, like eating out or shopping, these kind of things. So I'll be a little bit more mindful about that. I really like to categorize my expenses into like based on my need and want, and they have also given here, right, distinguish. So I just remembered that. And I also like to keep a category for up leveling in my life, so anything that I would spend which would improve the quality of the way I'm leading my life. So I think it's a little bit restrictive in that terms, that we do not have that many columns, but I think it's a good start though. For a beginner, I think this is really good. And you have a bunch of ruled pages, I believe, yeah, just 2. I wish they had like we had a monthly budget section, and then for expenses or something we just had ruled pages, because one of the, I think in one of my journals past, I believe 2 to 3 years back, I used to prepare a budget in just ruled notebook. So that would work as well. Also, I would have appreciated another thing if we had a monthly calendar. I really like seeing which day I spend more and which part of the month I spend more. I do feel like there's a lot of valuable insights that you're gonna get from having a look at your expenses and your spending tracker in a monthly format way. I do believe that there is a lot of value in it, and I have experienced that. I do notice I'm pretty good at the beginning of the month. In the middle is where I get a little bit like, oh, let's just spend on it, or let's just eat out, that's all right. I tend to become like that. Then again towards the end of the month, I become really careful. So all of those lessons are quite valuable for me. So I wish there was a monthly calendar. These somehow I feel we can work around, for example, in the notes section, in the description section, I can put the category, or here I can put, let's say, home, and here in notes I can put life necessity. So that is a workaround, but I do wish we had a monthly calendar. So this thing just repeats 12 different times for 12 months. It is sufficient for, I believe it is 12, yeah. It is sufficient for an entire year, and because it's undated, you can really begin at any time of the year and it just ends. I think it is a nice starting point, especially if you aren't earning yet and you're thinking about managing your you want to create a financial plan based on the pocket money that you're receiving, and starting to build these sort of habits of managing your money at that stage itself, I think is pretty good. I started doing this pretty late in my life, and of course, like anyone who has started managing their finances will always feel like it would have been much better if they would have started a little earlier. So I think this is a pretty good tool for a beginner who is looking at managing their finances, and also for someone who have been really overwhelmed with all of the different type of financial trackers that are available, different methods of creating your budget. For them as well, this is excellent. Ignore the columns that you don't need. Like, let's say you don't have any investments right now, just ignore it. Don't really worry about it. Don't be in a pressure to add something here just because we have this. The main thing you might want to focus on is this expense tracker, because the act of writing down what you're spending, how much you're spending, is highly beneficial. It is really beneficial. That is when things shifted a lot for me, and it really helps. There was a period of time where once a month I would sit down and look at my bank statement and sort of categorize, okay, this is for eating out, or this is how much I spent. That worked for some time, and then I started making note of start keeping a track of categories that I was overspending in. That really helped. Right now, I make a note of each and every transaction that I do. I know I have a bank statement, but that is not why I create my budget or why I track my expenses. I don't need the information. I'm more focused on the act of opening the Google Sheet that I have and writing or typing, okay, this is the date, this is how much I spent, this is what I spent on. And then I've automated it a little bit, so it auto calculates like, okay, if I spent $20 on something, then how much is left for the entire month and how much is left for the remaining of the weeks. So I've done all those calculations, and I've done all the formulas and it auto calculates. So that's a really nice exercise, I feel. And this book, this Money Manager journal, would be a great starting point. I feel you should definitely give it a try if that is something you are looking into. For me, it is a very thoughtful gift and I really liked it, but the way I'm managing my financial planning right now is working out well, touch wood. So I don't really want to disrupt that, and I'm really scared to disrupt these kind of things that took me a lot of years to get to that point. So I'm a little bit scared to leave that and come to a paper version, wherein I know some of the things are not as per how I want it to be. But I am gonna save this, and in the future I might need it, or let's see how it goes. But for now, I am keeping a track of my expenses in the Google Sheet, and I also plan my budget. I have my savings goals set up, I have my savings tracker. All of that is going on, and I did a new one for 2023 as well. Let me know if you want to have a look at that. I can do a video doing a walkthrough of my budget tracker. So also let me know what your thoughts are on this Money Manager journal. Have you given this a try? There are multiple different designs available right now. I think it is going out of stock. If you're looking at buying this, do check it out a little bit sooner. I will leave a link to the website in the description box below. There are really nice cover designs too, so you can pick anything that you want. I really like it. It sort of gives me the universe, galaxy vibes, and it's just really nice. I'm really liking this color as well. Alright guys, I guess that is it for today's video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!